TMCnet, coming to you from IT Expo East 2011 here in Miami. And joining me is Sal Costantno, president of Pulse Supply. How you doing, Sal?
Great.
How's everything going? Thanks for coming to the show.
You're welcome.
So tell me a little bit about Pulse Supply.
Well, Pulse is a supplier of enabling technologies, mostly for next generation networks. So we're taking a lot of carriers, we're very carrier-centric, and helping them evolve from the TDM world into voice over IP to a variety of technologies, and also taking startups, which are pure VoIP, and just providing them with soft switches and other technologies they need to really enter that segment of the telecom market.
Okay, great. And tell me about some of the major vendors who you represent.
We're a large AdTran partner, have been for a long time. They're a great partner. We've got Telco Bridges, which is also a TMC exhibitor at times.
Right.
Great partner of ours. And also we have a lot of unique solutions which kind of differentiate us from other just product suppliers.
Right.
We've got some unique cellular repeaters which are for the the wireless market, where you have potentially dead spots in networks, and yet carriers have a choice of putting a micropop or a space station in those areas, maybe in excess of $100,000, and we could do that sort of thing for maybe 20% of that cost.
Okay.
So we really cater to carriers and provide unique solutions to help them keep their connectivity costs down and penetrate larger footprints in their market.
Right, okay, great. That sounds like one of the things that differentiates you guys from other telco equipment suppliers.
Right.
What about your service and support? You mentioned that before.
Right.
That's also something that differentiates you guys as well, right?
Yeah, what's unique about us is on the front side of any sale, we're really very consultative. Our clients come back to us and keep coming back because they know when they come to us with a problem, we'll either give them a solution or tell them we can't help them. And oftentimes we do come up with something. It might be a mix of products, it might be something custom tailored to them, but there's really a lot of engineering on the front side of every sale that we provide.
Right.
And post-sales, we have engineering that obviously follows up and is able and available to support the products we sell.
Right, yeah, and that's obviously very important with carriers moving over to next gen. They need a lot of hand-holding, and it's good to have extra resources available to you as well,
Right.
Beyond just the vendor themselves in terms of, carrying out the integrations and deployments.
Correct.
And I understand that you have a booth here, rather large one, can we say? Or you're representing a lot of different brands in the booth.
Right, we do.
Yeah.
We generally have a lot of our vendor partners participate with us, and we display their technologies in our booth, yes.
Right, okay, great. It's a good opportunity for them as well. And I understand you also have a special vendor program that you launched recently, is that right?
Right, we started this program third quarter of 2010, and it was very successful, and we just relaunched it, and we've tweaked it and made it a little bit better and more attractive for our partners.
Okay.
Basically, we call it Power of Partnership.
Power of Partnership,
Right,
okay, great.
we're taking our vendors, our suppliers, and giving them access to basically our marketing engine. We have access to a variety of clients, a very large customer base, existing customer base that we penetrate to, and marketing companies we work with and PR firms to really have a wide footprint to get the product image and name out there. In addition to that, we'll do some press releases, give their product within our organization a full month of intense focus. So our whole sales organization will be intensely focused on their product, promoting it for a month, and then we'll take their products and also put it in one of our trade show booths, like here at IT Expo. So it's been great. So for a very small fee, our partners are getting really a lot of marketing for their dollars.
Okay.
And it's been very successful. So we're just relaunching that, and we hope to have more success with it in 2011.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
good, sounds good. Just one last question.
Yeah.
What types of patterns or trends are you seeing in equipment purchasing patterns by these traditional telcos and service providers that are looking to deliver next-gen services?
Right. Well, it depends on the starting point. If you're taking a TDM carrier, the first and most obvious step is really just wrapping their switches with some voice over IP gateways, rather high density gateways.
Right.
And that's really kind of where they've been going. And I see for them the end goal really is really displacing a lot of the TDM core that they have.
Right.
And in the voice over IP world now, they've started off with a more agile, more nimble network to begin with, lower cost for the infrastructure.
Right.
Now they're adding services on top of that, and you really come up with a lot of unique applications where you have dialers on mobile phones,
Right.
And all sorts of things being kind of added onto that. So services really are becoming our focal point and our clients' focal point, and just building additional revenue streams into their networks.
Okay, great. Yeah. And just one last question. I realize you're not really a data center equipment provider per se, but, well, with AdTran, yeah, actually you are, but virtualization obviously is driving a lot of equipment design now, and there's a lot of bigger boxes with more ports. I was just wondering if you could just sort of speak to the trend that virtualization is having on the equipment itself.
Right, well, in the appliance world, it's having a huge impact. Even just from the manufacturing point of view, it's so much easier to deploy a piece of equipment, as a VM image on a piece of hardware.
Right.
Clients are benefiting from that now because they're no longer tied to some appliance. They could just pay for the license and put that image on their hardware that they prefer.
Yeah.
So things are really taking shape, and I think virtualization is great. It's really cut down cost. It's very green,
Right.
which is popular these days.
Right.
And carriers and service providers and data centers are all benefiting from it.
Right. Okay. All right. Great. Just sort of a big, broad, general question I think I'd
right.
throw out there. So, thanks very much for your time, Sal. We've been talking to Salvatore Costantno, President of Pulse Supply, coming to you from IT Expo East 2011 here in Miami. Thanks again, Sal.
You're welcome. Thank you.